Yes, welcome to my live show. I'm Solicitor Suhail Ahmed. Will be with you next couple of minutes. If you have any question, you can join me by the telephone number appear on the screen. Alternatively, you can leave a comment below my live video, and I'll try to give you an answer. Today, I have a couple of updates. We are heading to Brexit after 11 days. UK will be out of the European Union. Still, EU citizens have time to come to the UK or bring their non-EU family members from outside the UK. If you want to bring any non-EU family members, including your dependent relatives or your parents or your wives, your partner, your children, your adult dependent children, still you have time to make an application under the EU settlement scheme, which is pre-settled status, to bring them. I'll give you update also a couple of important case law, which is decision came from a court of appeal as well as European Court of Human Rights, which is relevant for many people, especially for asylum seeker and human rights claimant. So bear with me. I'll come after a short break to give your answer. So first update I would like to give about asylum seeker. If you have any question, you can call me at the number appear on the screen. I'll give you an answer, inshallah. So first update is about asylum. Last week, Home Office update their asylum policy, asylum rules, and they introduced two important rules, which is inadmissibility rules and admissibility rules. That is about when the Home Secretary can refuse someone asylum application, or Home Office Secretary can refuse to admit someone as an asylum seeker. So under the new paragraph, Immigration Rules 345A inserted, which is basically an asylum application may be treated as inadmissible and not substantively considered if the Secretary of State determined that the applicant could enjoy sufficient protection in a safe third country, including benefiting from the principle of non-refoulement, because they have already made an application for protection to that country, or they could have made an application for protection to that country, but didn't do so. There were no exceptional circumstances preventing such an application being made, or they have a connection to that country, such as that would be reasonable for them to go there to obtain protection. If the Secretary of State satisfied by these three conditions, any one of that, then the Home Secretary will refuse to admit someone as an asylum seeker. Only exception is under Immigration Rules 345D, that when an application has been treated as inadmissible, but either removal to a safe third country within a reasonable period of time is unlikely, or upon consideration of the claimant's particular circumstances, the Secretary of State determined that the removal to a safe third country is inappropriate. Only these circumstances, the Home Secretary will grant or admit the asylum seeker in the UK. Otherwise, the Home Secretary will refuse the asylum seeker to admit and send back to the country where they are coming from, or where they can seek protection, or in any safe country, even if outside the Europe. Right now, currently, the return to the safe third country under Dublin regulation, which is the most of the European country mainly. However, now if the Home Secretary want to send back outside the Europe or outside the safe third country who are not member of the Dublin regulation or Dublin Convention, such as in Iraq or Syria or Turkey, the Home Secretary can return them back over there. However, so far we know the Home Secretary has not agreed or make any agreement with those safe third country to send the asylum seeker back. So we don't know the future of this immigration rules yet. The second important update I want to give for those people whose appeal those who lose at the appeal stage in the upper tribunal during the pandemic time. It's very important. Many appellants fail or they didn't win their appeal in the upper tribunal for some reason they know. However, now the High Court has declared that the pandemic rules for appeal process in during the pandemic time unlawful, and because of this, now whatever decision decided by the upper tribunal during the pandemic time now is by operation of this judgment become void or invalid. In that case, those people whose appeal they lose in the appeal stage, that they will get another chance to hearing again. So probably the Court of Appeal will contact with the appellant, or you should contact with the Court of Appeal office or court staff and ask them that when is likely to be another hearing, or what step the Court of the Upper Tribunal is going to be take, because the decision what the Upper Tribunal made became invalid because of operation of this judgment. And the appeal, this case was brought into the High Court by Joint Council for the Welfare of Immigrants, and this is a charity, and they now set up a helpline to help those appellant whose appeal who lose their appeal in the upper tribunal. You can call them. If you go to their website, if you Google it, Joint Council for the Welfare of Immigrants, if you call them, they will help you. It's free of charge. So you can contact with this charity if you lose in appeal stage during the pandemic time. You can contact with them and they will arrange they will advise you, but most probably they will arrange another hearing for you. So it will be a second chance for you. So you can take this advantage and probably will get it in future. Now, let me take the question. Someone, Malik Kadir. Malik Kadir asked in my group, I came in UK 8 years ago on a study visa. My visa granting 18 months, but I only stay in UK 2 months. Tell me, have any chances to get visa? I'll give your answer, Mr. Malik, after a short break. Yeah, Brother Malik, you can come to the UK, but we need to look into 8 years before when you left the UK and 18 months, but I only stay in 2 months. Or tell me when the chance. Yes, you have chance. You can come to the UK again, but we need to look into when you go back to your home country, whether have you breached any immigration law, whether you've been deported from the UK, whether you had any criminal record. These someone need to look into it. If that's the case, if you have a criminal record, or if you have breached the immigration law and the Home Secretary deported you by the cost of the Home Secretary, then you might not be able to come to the UK for 10 years. But if you go voluntarily by your own cost, and then you can come back, because 8 years, normally after 4 years, you can come back. It depends on circumstance, but if you are cleared, you can come back. If you have any, if you can give me the circumstance on which circumstance you were returned, then I can help you, or someone can help you give the right advice. Next. MK Danush, brother, if you give your question specifically, I'll give your answer because you didn't write the details. The next, Duwila Max, due to the lockdown in London, are they still registering asylum cases and a screening interview going on at the moment? Okay, screening interview, they are not taking in any screening interview, only but when the lockdown finished, because of the recent lockdown, tier 3, what they started interview, but later on they stopped it. So during the lockdown, the interview process was closed, but registering asylum seeker is on. You can call to the telephone number which is dedicated for asylum registration. You can call them. They will take your details over the telephones, and then they will ask you to wait. So asylum process is not stopped. I'll take a question and then I will come back again. So if you need to seek asylum, you can call to the telephone number and register your asylum process, and probably you will not be interviewed, but they will give you an appointment so that you can wait for the appointment. The next comment, Shuho, you asked me, hi bro, how are you? Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Doing my question, if you send your advice to Home Office, how long they will respond to you? Okay, if you send your advice to Home Office, how long they will respond to you? If you send your advice, I don't understand what the question is, but probably I do understand that your question is, if I'll take a question. Yeah, hello. 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 Yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, brother, I hear you. Please ask it.
I need some information.
Yes.
Actually, I applied naturalization, and that approved is 9 October.
Yeah.
I got email. They returned their up to 12 weeks. Maybe they send me invitation letter, but almost 10 weeks is finished. But still no any contact in Home Office. Or no any. I mean, no any I receive any letter, no nothing. So should I need to be contact them, or I can wait? Call them.
They granted your application, yeah?
Yeah, they granted my naturalization, and then approval letter in 9 October.
Right. Okay. So they sent by email, isn't it?
Yeah, email.
Yeah. Okay. You can drop that call and then I'll give you answer.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, brother, for your question. Thank you, brother. Because of the pandemic, now most of the local authority are not arranging any ceremony. That's why the invitation for citizenship ceremony is late. Generally used to be when the Home Office give a decision about your naturalization application, you can contact to the local authority, and the local authority will give you appointment to attend the ceremony. But most of the local authority are stop the ceremony. Accordingly, the Home Office cannot arrange any ceremony, because normally, so what they are doing now, they are sending the naturalization certificate to the local authority, and when the local authority will start their ceremony, then you will get invitation from the Home Office. So there is nothing is wrong. You need to wait. Not only you, I have a couple of clients whose naturalization application granted, but they're waiting for the invitation for a citizenship ceremony. So probably it will take time, around 2 to 3 months, but it depends which local authority you are living. But this is still uncertain. The reason is we don't know after Christmas whether there will be a lockdown or not, whether tier 4 or tier 3 will extend it or not. It totally depends on the government, how the coronavirus react, and if everything goes smoothly, if there will be no lockdown after Christmas, then probably within 2 months you will get a response from the Home Office, an invitation to attend the ceremony, and then you can contact the local authority. So when they basically will send you a naturalization certificate to the local authority, and they will invite you to contact the local authority for citizenship ceremony. So we need patience now because of the coronavirus. Otherwise, you would get you don't need to wait a long time. Next question. Al-Amin Chaudhry Farhan, what about work permit for Bangladeshi people? Details, please. Work permit, if I get an option, I will give you the details. But work permit is not only for Bangladeshi, for the all over the world, including Europeans, because because of the Brexit, European people cannot come after 31st December to 2020 for work. In the UK, they can come for visit, but they cannot come to live and work. So they can come in the UK work permit. So basic, I'll give you the basic information, which is if anyone want to come to the UK, they need 70 points. So if anyone get a offer letter from any company which registered sponsor from the Home Office, they will get 20 points. If job at appropriate skill level means level 3, then they will get 20 points. If they can speak English B1 level, they will get 10 point, 50 points. And if the job salary wages of the offered job is 25,600 pounds, they will get another 20 points. So altogether, there is 70 points. So this is the basic requirement. So if anyone wants to come to the UK, so what they should do now, they should approach to the employer and ask them to offer a job. But bear in mind, you should approach those company or those employer who has license from the Home Office to sponsor foreign worker. And if the company offer you a job, then they will give you an offer letter. Then you can apply to the Home Office for entry clearance as a skilled worker. So I hope this is the basic information, but I have some couple of sessions about the details work permit for Bangladeshi as well as any nationality. You can watch this in my Facebook page or YouTube. But if I get chance, I'll give you and I'll speak the more details about it today. Next question is Mr. Jacob Stephen. You asked me, can undocumented immigrant family approach the council to apply for housing benefit? Will there be any future consequence during any regularization application? Undocumented migrant, if they are asylum seeker, I mean their asylum application is pending to the Home Office, then you can apply to the Home Office for accommodation or financial help. There is a form available in the Home Office website, 2 forms, ASF1 as ASF2. You need to fill this form, and if you send to the Home Office, then the Home Office will refer you to the local authority or refer you to a charity or some a private organization who will help, who will arrange you an accommodation. During the pandemic time, I spoke a lot about it, that the Home Office are flexible to help undocumented as well as documented migrant. So if you need any help, you can apply to the Home Office. If you don't have any money, you can apply for help, financial help. If you don't have any place to live, you can apply to the Home Office for accommodation. Those migrants who have documents, who have leave to remain, but they don't have access to public funds, they need benefit, they need financial help from the local authority, they need accommodation, they need a universal credit, tax credit, child benefit. You can also apply for change the condition of your BRP. If you don't have enough money to make an application for further leave to remain, you cannot pay the Home Office fee or NHS fee. You can also apply for waiver application and NHS fee exemption application. My advice and my information, the Home Office is very flexible during this pandemic time. You can ask help from the Home Office if you need. The details requirement and what evidence you could require, what document you need to give with the application, what are the legal principle, what are the eligibility requirement. I have spoken many times. I have some video on YouTube and Facebook as well. You can watch this and this information and the details I discuss on particular topics. It's very helpful. Thank you, Mr. Jacob. Next question is Mr. Dubila Max. Brother, you asked me if you have an appointment in London after Christmas, is possible for the interview to hold because of tier 4 lockdown. Well, tier 4 lockdown, we are working in London, so this will not be a problem, but most probably they will not invite you for interview. And most probably there will be a lockdown after Christmas, so we don't know what is the future. So please bear with contact with the Home Office Immigration Asylum team, and then they will able to help you. And the next question is, so I mean, if you send your evidence to Home Office, how long they will respond you? So it depends on what types of application you send. If you send a fee waiver application, or if you send an NHS fee exemption application, normally 8 weeks. Most of even that when the lockdown, that time I received less than 8 weeks. You will get within 2 months. If you make an application for leave to remain, and if you send a further document, but during the pandemic time, Home Office accept document by email rather than send the hard copy, because if you send the hard copy, it will delay the process because most of the caseworker working from home. So if you send by email, they will check it from their home. But if you send by post hard copy, then it will take longer. Normally 3 months, but right now I cannot give any specific time because this is a exceptional circumstance. For 4 months, 6 months, even sometime will delay a year or more than this. But if you are waiting more than 6 months, you can write to the Home Office. If you still the Home Office doesn't respond, you can contact to your local MP, ask the MP, explain it, send an email to the secretary of your local MP, and they will send you they will send an email to the Home Office, and hopefully you will get a response. This method is very effective. I'll share one experience. One of my clients who invite her mother to come from Ghana, and they're waiting nearly 8 months to get visa, because I represented her in appeal, and I won the appeal as a EU family member. They refused her mother visa application, and I went to the Birmingham. And after that, the Home Office, the embassy in Ghana, took her passport to give visa, because we win the appeal. We won the appeal in the Passport Immigration Tribunal as a EU family member. By the way, once they took the passport, 8 months Home Office didn't contact with her, didn't return her passport. Then I advised my client to go to MP in Milton Keynes, and she sent an email to MP. And within 2 months, yesterday, my client called me and told me that the Home Office contacted with her mother. So if you contact with your local MP for get a response from the Home Office, if the Home Office doesn't return your document, or if the Home Office doesn't give you a decision, then you can contact with your local MP. This, rather than go to court, apply for a judicial review or anything else, this method is free and it is more effective, because for MP, if he send an email, the Home Office has a separate department and they deal with quickly, as soon as within 4 weeks you will get a decision from the Home Office. Thank you very much. And my next question, Efo Labia Laku is his name. You asked me a question from YouTube. I applied for EEA family permit to travel with my brother from Nigeria. Until now, the application has not been decided. It's over 30 working days. Please, what can I do and what is my chances? First, my not question. I don't know why you apply for EU family permit. You shouldn't apply for EU family permit. You should apply for EU pre-settled status. Because EU family permit looks like you applied under the EU law, but EU law will be seized next week. But anyway, even though the application you applied before 31st December, you will get you will get visa, but you need to make another application. Now the question is, your question, I'll give the answer 30 working days. Generally, when someone apply for, from my experience, when I apply for EU family permit, close family member, means for under regulation 7, which is basically children or a partner, wife, spouse, then decision come within 2 weeks. Where someone apply for extended family member or adult over 21 children or parents, in that case the decision comes sometime, it takes 4 weeks or more than 4 weeks. The reason is, this decision, extended family member decision, taken, the decision maker is senior caseworker, because this is something, a legal principle. They need to investigate some issue, for example, whether he is dependent on you, whether you regularly send money. They need to, if you send a money receipt, they will contact with the agency, Western Union or any other agency, whether the money is genuine or not. And because of the process, because of the investigation inquiry, and a senior caseworker need to decide, this take quite longer, because you make the application from Nigeria, but decision is not will not be taken in Nigeria. The process that they will send all the document in England, in Liverpool, and from the Liverpool, from the EU team will make a decision of your application. This is how it works. That's the reason it will take a bit longer, but I hope you will get decision. But this is 4 months. You can send an email. There is an email. Probably you have this email, because when you submit your document to TLS contact center, that time you received an email first that TLS received your document and send it to the decision maker unit, and then second email you received from Liverpool that they received your document and application, and they told you to wait. And with this email, there's the email. If you have any question, inquiry, you can email the liverpool.co.home office. You can email on that about update. Also, you can check with the TLS contact center. There is a tracking service available. You can track on this as well to see whether which stage your application is. I will take a break again, and then I'll come back. If you have any question, in the meantime, you can either call me or you can join with. You can leave a comment in the my live video. Thank you very much. Stay with me. next question I'll take from my groups again. Can you study, Mr. Joe Clayton, you asked me, can you study a degree part-time on Tier 2 or Tier 4 visa? Very good question, but first of all, if you come Tier 4, you have to study full-time. You cannot do part-time any study in the UK. So if you come in the UK for study, you have to do your course full-time. However, if you do second course, which will be not a sponsored course, you can do part-time. That means you need to do the course you came in the UK, you need to do that course full-time. And if you do want to do another course, you can do it part-time. Okay, that's really no problem. But you cannot use your part-time course as a sponsor. Second one, Tier 2, you cannot, Tier 2 is, if you come on Tier 2, you have to do work for Tier 2 sponsor. At the same time, you can do a part-time course if you want to do. That is no issue. I hope you got your answer. Apollo, you asked me again, my brother don't live in UK, but I live in Finland. Please advise what types of visa can I apply for? If you live in Finland, then you cannot apply for visa for your brother to come to the UK. EU nationals can invite their family member to come to the UK, but they have to be a qualified person in the UK. Qualified person means they have to work in the UK. They have to be a worker or a self-sufficient 5 group, self-sufficient people, self-employed people, student. These types of people can come to the UK, and then free movement under the free movement right, and they can also invite their EU family member. Now you are living in Finland, how you can bring your brother in the UK as a EU family member? So I don't know, I don't know, but if you have a status such as settled status or pre-settled status, then you might can able to apply for your brother. So I don't know your situation, you need to explain and seek legal advice from someone, then I think you will able to. But if you never been in UK, you don't have any status, or you've been in the UK but you left the UK, but you will not able to bring your brother in the UK. This is information, please take it as information. So next question, I'll come. Right, so Gift Megugula, you asked me, good people, anyone who got a visitor visa during the COVID things in the UK. Yes, Home Office issuing visitor visa during the pandemic, but the problem is some people, sometimes the Home Office stop in Heathrow Airport and they withdraw their visa. They ask them that you come to visit in the UK, why you come to in lockdown period? Because right now you cannot visit any place, you cannot go to Buckingham Palace to see, you cannot go to Madame Tussauds, so why you come to the UK? And if you cannot give a reasonable, satisfactory answer, they will withdraw, curtail your visit visa and send you back to your home country. So if you have a relatives, then obviously you might able to enter the UK. But anyway, you need to give an explanation to the Home Office. Next question, Kaynet, but you asked me, I have a trouble in TLS contact accounts while booking appointment for a visit visa application. And so how to upload document, there is no option. Yes, if you cannot upload your document in TLS contact, then you can probably, I don't know why you cannot upload, but I've uploaded even this week. So if you cannot upload, you can buy some services from the TLS where you go to your account, log into your accounts, and you can buy a service for scanning, and the staff of TLS Contact Center will upload. If you cannot buy it when you go to your appointment, you can buy over there and they will upload your document. Probably £37 the charge is. Next question, Andrew Fernando, you asked me. I'm an Indian business man would like to migrate to UK. How does we help you come to live there permanently? Please advise, suggest. There are lots of ways, but I'll give you after take this question. So you can try to come to the startup or innovative visa. Let me take a calls. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Ask your question, brother.
Yeah. So I got one question to ask.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, I have a next year renewal. My wife 2.5 years, and I also have to apply PR. And currently, I'm taking universal credit. So it is gonna any effect for if I'm taking universal credit for my wife renewal and my PR?
Okay. What is your immigration status?
Sorry.
What is your status?
My status?
Are you settled in the UK or British citizen?
No, I'm in asylum route, asylum, refugee.
You are a refugee. And what is your wife's status?
It's spouse visa she is in.
So she came as a spouse of yourself, yeah?
Yeah, I sponsor. So she is in spouse visa, 2.5 years.
Okay, you have already received the decision from the Home Office, isn't it? For 5 years.
Yeah, my 5 years finishing next year, so I have to apply PR.
There will be no problem. Okay?
Hello?
Yeah.
Renewal.
No, as you are an asylum seeker, you have leave to remain for 5 years. Your BRP allowed to get public fund.
Okay.
So you don't need to, because when you apply for ILR, you don't need to satisfy any requirement like financial requirement, or you don't need to satisfy the English language requirement. You don't need to require the life in the UK. Just what you need to satisfy is that you was in the UK for 5 years and you have completed 5 years as a refugee. That's what you need to satisfy. So as you are receiving benefit, it will not disqualify your wife's application or your application to get ILR.
So my wife's application is not affected, yeah?
No.
And also, if I'm taking the universal credit, it
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Yeah, brother, go on.
Hello?
Yeah.
So my wife in 5 years route now. So if I'm taking the benefit, it will be changing to the 10 years route?
No. It will not, because you are in different route. You are not you didn't got your visa under the immigration rules, which is a spouse or a family member. You got leave to remain in the UK on the basis of your asylum, okay, as a refugee. And your spouse came in the UK under the family reunion route, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will not affect your wife's visa.
All right. Okay.
Because
brother,
when you will apply for ILR, if you your status is refugee, then you need to satisfy only one requirement. That is, you was in the UK as a refugee for 5 years.
okay.
You don't need to pay any home office fee. Probably you know. Do you know this? You don't need to pay any home office fee.
Okay.
You don't need to satisfy the English language requirement. You don't need to satisfy the life in the UK. Okay, so it's very straightforward. Just make the application and you will get visa.
All right. Okay, brother.
All right. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Okay. I follow what you asked me. Hello, sir. If I get EEA family permit visa and I cannot travel before 31st, can change my visa to student visa if I get student admission in the UK. Okay, if you cannot travel to the UK before 31st December because of the lockdown or travel restriction, you can ask the Home Office. They will issue another visa free of charge, because right now they update their immigration rules. If anyone cannot travel from outside the UK due to the travel restriction, then the Home Office will issue a new visa free of charge. I hope you get your question. Again, you asked me, after 31st of December, if I enter UK with EE family permit, can I change it to any other visa in order to remain in the UK? If you enter in the UK as a EU family member, EA family permit, why you need to change? You don't need to change, because you will get visa for 3 months, and then for 6 months, then you will apply because you have time up to June 2021 to make an application for pre-settled status under EU settlement scheme. So you can make an application under the EU settlement scheme for pre-settled status, and you'll get 5 years visa. You don't need to switch to student visa or work permit. This other route is very difficult route. Lots of requirement. There is no public funds. You have to pay NHS fee, expensive Home Office fee. So why you are looking for a difficult route rather than when you have an option to choose easiest route under the EU law or under the EU settlement scheme pre-settled status? So come to the UK and then make an application for pre-settled status, because I think you stuck on 31st December. Pre-settled status you can make under the EU settlement scheme up to June 2021. So you have time, come to the UK and then make an application for pre-settled status. This is the easiest route for you. I hope you got your question. Next question. Lots of question coming, but I take question only those which is relevant and important. Ojoy Morjani asks me, I am applying for a skilled worker visa. There is a section on the form which says for either UK or any other country, have you ever been refused visa? It is your question is what I should. Yes, if you make an application in future for any other country, I'll give your answer after I take a question.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Just wanted to. Hello.
Yes, please.
Just I have a question. Actually, I came in 2010 in the UK as a student, and then I married first, but that wasn't go through. Anyways, my question is this one. I was partner with the EU national, and I got the visa, and me and she lived together 3 years and 11 months. Yes, and then we have some issues now together. We don't have any babies. We don't married, and I have the EU settlement scheme. I have the pre-visa as well for pre-settled. If there is anything happen with me, so will be issue with my visa or no?
Okay.
Because
does she still living in the UK?
Sorry?
Does your partner still living in the UK?
Yeah, She lives in the UK.
Does she got pre-settled status?
I cannot hear you. There's no good voice coming, sorry.
I said, does she got pre-settled status?
Yeah, I got the pre-settled status.
What about her?
I don't know. I think she don't.
Okay, on what basis you got? Did you make an application and show your relationship with her, or you got your settled status on the basis of retained right of residence?
I didn't. Actually, your voice is no coming good. To be very honest, I couldn't hear you good.
Okay. Do you hear me?
Yeah, just if you speak slowly, so probably.
Okay, I said when you got your pre-settled status, do you had relationship with your wife that time?
The pre-settled status has been nearly a year.
Right, brilliant. Okay, in case if your relationship ended with her, you can apply on the basis of retained right of residence. Okay.
Okay. So there will be no problem with my.
No, there will be no problem. What you need to satisfy
is
your relationship was last for at least 3 years.
Okay.
The second one is.
Your voice is, I don't know, is cutting, and I'm really sorry. I don't know why.
Okay, I said. What?
Well, if you can speak on the live, and then I will.
Okay, drop the call. Drop the call, and I'll give the answer. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, brother Chukal. I'll give you an answer. I deal with these types of cases a lot. So, European law is very fair. In English law, if your relationship with your British partner ended, and at that point you don't have a sponsor, you will be overstayed, your visa will curtail, and if you apply for the Home Office, Home Office will refuse your visa. However, EU law is very fair, and it gives protection for non-EU family member where the relationship broken down. So it's called retained right of residence. The requirement is if your relationship with your EU spouse or EU national break down, you can make the application under the retained right of residence route. So you need to satisfy that your relationship with your non-EU partner lasts for at least 3 years. Your partner was a qualified person at the time you make an application. And if you are married, the decree absolute not pronounced yet. So if you can satisfy these 3 requirements, you can retain your right of residence. So probably you see when you make an application for pre-settled status, there is an option there is a box on the form in online basically. So it said, are you applying to retain right of residence? In your last application, you didn't select or check the box. However, when you will make the settled status application, you will make the application on the basis of your retained right of residence. At that time, you need to tick on this box, and then accordingly, you will proceed the application and submit the form online. As you will not able to give any proof of a relationship because your relationship ended with your EU partner, you don't have her passport, you don't have her payslip, P60, or any other document. So what you will do, you will write a cover letter explaining that I was a EU family member, my relationship lasts for 3 years. The decree absolute still not pronounced. That means marriage has not dissolved, and accordingly, you will submit the application to the Home Office and tell them that I'm applying the visa on the settled status on the basis of retained right of residence. The Home Office will issue your visa. In many cases, I applied and I got visa for my client. I think my client, a lot of client is watching. They will witness, so there will be no problem for you. You can carry on job, everything, and when you will be complete 5 years, you can make the application for settled status. Or before that, even some circumstances people can apply for settled status. I hope you got your answer. Next question. I'm an extended family member to EEA nationals. If I can enter UK with my EE family permit before 31st December 2020, I decided to travel in January 2021. Can I still apply for EU settlement scheme? Yes, you can still apply for EU settlement scheme, because the last day for application under EU settlement scheme, I'll give you answer. Let me take one call.
Hi there.
Hello, sir. Please ask your question.
Yeah, brother, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So my wife, she's European nationality.
Yeah.
And then I'm Indian. So we've been married is almost 5-6 years. So she got the pre-settlement as well. But still I haven't applied for that one. So shall I need to apply for pre-settlement?
Okay. Tell me, what status do you have right now?
I have at the moment EU family member residential permit.
Okay. How many years?
6 years.
Have you received the permanent resident card?
Permanent residential card? No, not yet.
No, because you family member residence card issued for 5 years.
Sorry, your voice is breaking.
I said EU family member card issued for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not expired yet.
Sorry, second please.
Does it not expire yet?
I have a 5 year visa. The question is right.
Right. Okay. Okay. She got the settled status, yeah?
Yeah, she got the settled.
But you didn't apply.
I didn't apply.
You must apply. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you details answer. Drop your call and I'll explain why you need to apply. Okay.
All right. So I can apply for pre-settlement scheme as well.
Yes, you can apply and you must apply. You have to apply.
All right. Is there any end date or something?
Yes. I'll advise you to make the application before 31st December 2020.
So just stop you, brother. I can't hear you properly.
Okay. Drop your question. Drop your line. I'll give the answer live and you will listen. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, brother asked me, probably my viewers hear that his wife is European nationals. She applied for pre-settled status. She received it. He living in the UK as a EU family member. He has EU residence permit under the EU regulation. His question is, does he need to apply for pre-settled status or settled status under EU settlement scheme? The answer is yes, you have to apply for pre-settled or settled status under EU settlement scheme. And this is mandatory for both EU nationals and non-EU nationals. The reason is you have residence card under EU regulation. The EU regulation will cease 31st December 2020. So if the law is not here, you cannot exercise the right under the law. So what you have to do, you need to make the application under EU settlement scheme. Which application it depend either pre-settled or settled schedule. Deadline for application is 31st June 2021. But my advice is you have opportunity to make the application before 31st December 2020. But if you cannot manage, you can make the application up to June 2021. I hope you got your answer. You don't need to do anything, just it's very easy application. Download the Android app in your mobile phones, or if you Apple phones, you can download from the Apple store, scan your BRP, and the system will suggest you. I hope you will get your pre-settled status soon. Gift Johnson asks question: do you know how long it takes to hear back from the Home Office on private and family life? If it is your first application and your previous immigration background is not well enough, for example, you was overstayed, you don't have had any application to the Home Office, this is your first leave to remain application on the basis of your relationship with the British nationals, with a relationship with your child, a relationship with your partner, then it will take time, at least 6 months. If it is your second extension, then 2 to 3 months, you will get your visa or response from the Home Office. Right now, due to the COVID lockdown, the system and the process is bit so. Some of the application result is coming within 2 days, 2 months, 3 months. Some application coming 6 months, 8 months. Very uncertain, all the process. So I don't know how long you're waiting for. If you are waiting for more than 6 years, you can remind the Home Office. If you are waiting more than a very significant time, substantial time, you can contact your local MP, ask the MP, explain the situation, and request him to send an email to the Home Office. Hopefully 1 month, you will get a response from the Home Office. Nearly 1 hour this live session. I thought I will give some update, but I didn't got the opportunity to give update because a lot of question. Inshallah, I will come tomorrow again live on Facebook, and I will carry on. If you have any question, please follow my program. You can share this program to your Facebook for the benefit of our community. I normally update all the immigrations, most of them, whatever I see on this page. And bear with me. If you have any question, you can send me an email or message me on Facebook, and my team will refer me the question. I cannot give all the answer, but some important question they always refer me, and I give all the answer on live session. Everyone, good evening again, and good night. Enjoy your Christmas and your holiday. Stay well. This is for end of my live session today. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.